Hello everyone, we are live for the Foxtail Designs 50 here from Talladega Superspeedway, the second half of our Talladega doubleheader, and already the elimination round for the round of 12. That's right, we're already going to be moving on to the round of 8 after this race. But without further ado, let's take a look through your starting lineup. It's a full reverse grid of yesterday's GEICO 50, so on pole is the number 35 NTT Data Toyota Camry of Nelson Reeves, and to his outside is his pole position racing teammate, the number 15 Rezana Toyota Camry of Nelson Reeves. In row 2, we have Jackson Main and Anderson Reed. Row 3 is the 58 of Bailey Pendergast and the 38 of Hayataka Kitsune. Row 4 is a pair of Chevys and Kevin Hulkenberg and Parker Martinez. And rounding out the top 10 is the 07 of Derek Hamill and the 14 of Devin Fair. Row 6 sees Noah Clifton and Tari Lowell. With row 7, we see the 7 of Logan Williams and the 75 of Tommy Rollo. Row 8 is Wyatt Qualley next to Felix Jansen. Row 9 is the 54 of Theo Spletzer and the 65 of Adrian Rojas, a pair of Toyotas. And rounding out the top 20 is a pair of Dodges in Tim Pitch and Blake Inaki. Then in row 11, we have the 26 of Nijika Kazami and the 50 of Seishin Tomioka. Then a pair of Chevys in Vincent David and Nathan Smith in row 12. Row 13 is the 86 of Nonigan Scott and the 17 of Josh King. And in row 14, we see Zachary DeLello and Patrick Starr. Rounding out the top 30 is Jackson Kelsey next to Adam Mitchell. Then it's John Davis and Chrissy Spletzer behind them, followed by the 36 of Renan Issop and the 45 of Ryan Llewellyn. Then it's John McFadden and Riley Wilkin, followed by the 68 of Neo Stark and the 83 of Holyoke, with then a pair of Toyotas in Azul Cielo and Evan Hunter, then the 2 Wolf Racing cars who went 1-2 in the 34 of Ryan Keith and the 9 of Rafiq Rezana, rounding out the field. Of course, Rezana is a chaser who won, which means that no matter of his result, he is locked into the round of 8. And the pole position luck is just not there. That is Leland Hill pulling down pit road with a tire issue on the 35. So just like Azul Cielo from Riki, he will not start this race from pole. Instead, it's Jackson Main leading them to the green as the green flag is out here from Talladega. We are racing once again. And it is Main who got a good getaway here. He won that race at Riki, and now is leading out front here at Talladega, but has Bailey Pendergast chasing after him. Pendergast is trying to lock his way into the round of 8. There's a few other chasers up here in Nelson Reeves and Derek Hamill, as Pendergast now goes to the inside. Tari Lowell making it 4 wide for the back with the Logan Sport pair of Martinez and Williams, and then I think there was also maybe Hayataka Kitsune trapped up on the outside. No, that is indeed Kitsune in the 38, as Bailey Pendergast goes to the lead here at Talladega. Pendergast into the lead, but Main isn't quite bit of contact there between Hamill and Lowell. They all collected it, but as I was saying, Main wasn't content with second. He's fighting back for this race lead, as now here comes Kevin Hulkenberg, the winner of the second Daytona race. He jumps to the inside as Anderson Reed is really squeezing tight. They're all bunching up here as they head onto the back straight. Kevin Hulkenberg to the lead, but he has Tari Lowell, Anderson Reed, Logan Williams to contend with, and the whole slew of cars behind them. As Jackson Main getting the push from Bailey Pendergast as they head into 3 and 4. This is only lap 2. You guys may want to calm down, as Logan Williams is going to force him 4 wide for the race lead. Contact, we're wrecking Tari Lowell, and in front of the field, huge crash. That is most of the field in that. Oh boy, this is going to take some cleaning up to do. As the caution flag is out, Logan Williams leads them back to the line. Then it's Anderson Reed, Jackson Kelsey, Nathan Smith, Zachary DeLello, Nelson Reeves, and then I don't think anyone else made it out of there without incurring just even the slightest bit of damage. My goodness. If there was ever an over-aggressive move, if I saw one, that had to be it from Logan Williams. That's wrecking most of the field right there. Wow. A dramatic opening here to the first second Talladega race, and that's likely spelling the end of Nelson Reeves and potentially Derek Hamill's chase hopes. Logan Williams forces them 4 wide, then Lowell and Hulkenberg get together. Jackson Maine, Derek Hamill, you see Theo Spletzer took a hit. And let's look here, there's Rojas, Rezana, Oko, Quali with damage, there's Kitsune, I think Keith may have picked up a bit of damage just from our helicopter cam. A ton of cars involved in that. There's Rojas, Hulkenberg. So, absolute mayhem here as a humongous crash strikes here on lap 2. And that's going to promote Logan Williams into the race lead. And he's going to have some serious underdogs looking behind him, as most of the contenders we thought for today are already done here. Not even 5 laps into this race. So we'll bring you back to the action here from the Foxtail Designs 50. Pace lights are out here on the pace car here at the Foxtail Designs 50. And it's a bit of a laundry list, but not as much as we were expecting. Still, we have 32 cars remaining in this race, but out of it, Nelson Reeves, that's pretty much going to end his chase hopes right there. The 15 will likely not be making it to the round of 8. Then Rafiq Rezana, that doesn't matter, he's locked in. Wyatt Quali, that may be a spot of worry for that 16 team. Tommy Rollo, Hollyoko, who had just broken her way back into the top 40 of owners points, that could potentially send her tumbling back out. Haitaka Kitsune, who's also in that owners point battle for a full-time spot next season. Then Kevin Hulkenberg, Adrian Rojas, Jackson Maine, and Tari Lowell. So 3 of the 4 rock car racing entries involved in that. And this top 10, it's certainly something. Logan Williams is going to lead them to green. Nottingham Scott sits second. Then Anderson Reed third. Jackson Kelsey fourth. Nathan Smith, Zachary DeLillo, Evan Hunter, Azul Cielo, Adam Mitchell, and Ryan Llewellyn are going to be leading them to green in this top 10. And as we head through the tri-oval, we're going to be seeing the green here any moment now. Green flag is out here from Talladega once again. So of this top 10, Logan Williams, Anderson Reed, Nathan Smith, Zachary DeLillo, Evan Hunter, Adam Mitchell, and Ryan Llewellyn are all searching for their first career BOSC wins, as Jackson Kelsey is going to jump to the inside here of his teammate Nottingham Scott. He's going to try to go for the lead here on Logan Williams, but Williams has help coming up from behind. The roof claim 27, his teammate Nathan Smith. As a bit of action further back, you see all there Neo Stark trying to go on Renan Issip. Bit of contact there between the 2 Scott Racing cars, as here comes Nathan Smith with a full head of steam. He's going to also get by Nottingham Scott, and now here come Evan Hunter and possibly one of the names we were not expecting to see up here, Cuban Adam Mitchell. He is up here for Accelerate Motorsports. He is the only full-time entry for that team, and he is, so far, for most races, been the only car that's made the races. It's great to see that small team up here, as meanwhile, Logan Williams continues to hold this race lead. Nathan Smith moves up into second. Logan Sport 1-2 at the moment. But there's Evan Hunter and Neo Stark coming up from behind. And another dark horse chaser, Renan Issip. He's had a very quiet chase so far in that York Peppermint Patties 36. But he has had very consistent runs. He's made it into this round of 12. And a good point stay here may be all he needs to make it to the round of 8. As up front, Nathan Smith's going to go for the lead on his boss, Logan Williams. Both this 7 and 27 are long shots to make the top 40 in owners points to lock in a full-time spot for next season. But both of them are going to try their hardest, and they're both racing up here for the win at Talladega, which would definitely boost their point totals. Williams continuing to lead. These are the first laps he's led in his BOSC career. He was the only Logan Sport driver last season in their dominant Season 1 campaign. He was the only one who didn't win, as, actually I correct myself, Jackson Kelsey did not also win last season, but Kelsey won this season for Scott Racing, so it makes him the only Logan Sport driver of their lineup from last season to still not record a win in the BOSC. He's trying to change that today at Talladega. Neo Stark, Nathan Smith, Evan Hunter, Anderson Reed all up here. they're searching for their first career BOSC victories. Jackson, Kelsey, Nottingham, Scott, they're searching for their second wins of their career, as Scott won at Myrtle Beach and Kelsey at Delaware, both on short tracks. As now Nottingham Scott, who is currently in the chase, a win would punch his ticket to the round of 8, but a good points finish will probably do the same, as he moves Nathan Smith up into second and is holding the inside line, so he can maybe make a move for the lead here if he can hook up with Evan Hunter and Anderson Reed, the two Toyotas on the inside line. And I'm going to point out right now that NTT data 35 of Leland Hill. No, he is not a lap down. He is on the lead lap and he is in the top 20. Oh, they're wrecking up ahead. Evan Hunter's around. Oh, Neo Stark gets turned by Hill. They all collect it, but the caution is back out. That is Jackson Kelsey. I believe there was Evan Hunter. Yeah, there is his 28 parked up on the banking. So the caution is out. We're not quite sure what happened. We were talking about Leland Hill and his incredible drive back through the field, but it looks like that Logan Williams is going to lead them back, unless Nottingham Scott can get a good run here as he gets by the 27 of Nathan Smith. And coming back to the line, Smith's going to get another run on Scott, but it's Logan Williams that leads them back. If they keep wrecking, he has a very high chance of being able to record his first career BOSC win. But what has happened here to bring out our second caution of the day? Something with Jackson Kelsey and Evan Hunter, that's for certain. So coming through the tri-oval, oh, Kelsey and Hunter just hooked together, and that sent both of them around. Anderson Reed got a good piece of it. Renan Issip with a bit of damage. Adam Mitchell got held up. Neo Stark, we saw, got hooked by Leland Hill, but no damage to either of those cars. What a disappointing end for that 28 team, who were looking so promising after a great run in the first Talladega race and then another great run here. It's going to all go awry from them, and it's going to be Jackson Kelsey who will draw the second caution, involving Evan Hunter, Anderson Reed, Neo Stark, and Leland Hill, but the final two did not sustain any damage. We'll bring you back to the action here once again from the Foxtail Designs 50. So we are back here with 5 to go from the Foxtail Designs 50 here at Talladega, the second half of our Talladega doubleheader, and joining the DNF list will be Jackson Kelsey and Evan Hunter. Those are the only two cars that will be joining the DNF list. Everyone else involved in that wreck will continue. So, looking through our top 10, we have Logan Williams, who's going to be leading them to green once again. Nottingham Scott sits second. Nathan Smith sits third. Riley Wilkin, he's had a very quiet day. We have not talked about him. He sits currently in fourth. Then it is Ryan Llewellyn in fifth. Blake Inaki sixth. Josh King, despite some rear end damage it looks like that he sustained in the first crash, he sits up here in 7th. Azul Cielo 8th. His teammate Leland Hill retiring from a blown tire at the start. He sits 9th. Neo Stark 10th. Then just outside this top 10, we're going to have Renan Issip, Adam Mitchell, Devin Fair, then multiple chasers. You see here Derek Hamill got tangled up in that first wreck. There's also Vincent David and a few other guys. But it is Logan Williams trying to score his first career BOSC victory. He's going to be leading them to green here at Talladega, as they slowly roll through the tri-oval. We have two chasers inside this top 10, both of them looking for their first victory in the chase. As the green flag flies, we are back racing here at Talladega. The question is, can they keep it green? We had a pretty decent green flag run there until the incident with Hunter, Kelsey, and Reed. And we are back racing here at Talladega. Nottingham Scott staying behind the 7 of Logan Williams, as Nathan Smith trying to find a way around the 86. He wants to make this a Logan Sport 1-2, possibly go for his first career BOSC win. As further back, Josh King jumps high with fellow veteran Azul Ciela's Leland Hill moving his way back toward the front. Meanwhile, Logan Williams still leading, but Nottingham Scott's moved to what looks like will be the pseudo inside line. Williams is going to cover him off. Riley Wilkin moving up here into this top 3. Leland Hill into the top 5. This has been remarkable from the Brit. He has worked his way all the way back up, and he has a potential shot here for a win. As we only have 3 laps left from Talladega. Nathan Smith to the inside of Nottingham Scott now for second, as Logan Williams continuing to just stay calm out front. If a caution comes now, this will most likely end this race. So, Williams just needs to stay ahead. Nathan Smith moving very close to Nottingham Scott. I think a bit of contact there as Leland Hill sends it in 3 wide. He's trying to go for second, the 35 of Leland Hill. Now Blake Inaki joins the fray as well. Mitchell Motorsports, despite being in the top 35 in order points, has had a very quiet season. Not much to speak of, but we're not focusing on him. We're focusing on Leland Hill. He's got a run here going for this race lead. What a remarkable story that would be. Leland Hill, who blew his tire before the race started, had to pit, was well off the pace, and he's going to claw back, and with 2 to go, he takes the race lead at Talladega. Now the question is, will anyone challenge Hill? Nathan Smith and Logan Williams look like that they're not quite done with him. The 2 Dodges on that inside line. Blake Inaki, Neo Stark, what can they do? Nottingham Scott, what can he do? He's going by Nathan Smith now for 3rd. Coming to the white flag, it's still anyone in this lead pack's game. There's also guys who could play spoiler further back there. It's like Ryan Llewellyn, Azul Cielo, Riley Wilkin, Adam Mitchell. Pretty much anyone in this top 10 still has a chance. With the white flag in the air, it's Leland Hill with the race lead. Hill's been in this situation multiple times before, but has just never been able to capitalize. Can anyone get a good run down the back straight? Hill's going to block high. He's going to block the 2 Logan Sport cars. Will anyone get a run on him into 3 and 4? Logan Williams, he's going to try. Blake Inaki going to try to make it 3 wide for 3rd. Into the tri-oval, Logan Williams trying to hunt down Leland Hill. Is he going to make a move? Williams staying tucked up right on the back bumper of the 35. I think it's too late. It is. Leland Hill wins at Talladega. And while it'll technically be a pole converted to a win, it's much sweeter for that for Leland Hill, as he went from a blown tire and a potential lost opportunity to a race victory. Leland Hill scores his first career win in the BOSC here at Talladega. As we'll look through the remainder of your finishing order, Logan Williams will finish 2nd. It's probably going to be a question of what could have been for that 7 team. Nottingham Scott finishes 3rd. He'll likely be moving on to the round of 8. Nathan Smith 4th. Blake Inaki rounds out the top 5. Ryan Llewellyn comes home 6th. Neo Stark 7th. Adam Mitchell 8th. Riley Wilkin and Azul Cielo round out the top 10. Then it's Josh King, Vincent David, Parker Martinez, Derek Hamill, Devin Fair, Seishin Tomioka, Zachary DeLello, John Davis, Nijika Kazami, Noah Clifton, and Renan Issip rounding out the top half of the field. Then Keith, Starr, Jansen, Pendergast, McFadden, Pitch, Reed, the Splutzers, Theo ahead of Chrissy, round out the finishers, with then Hunter, Kelsey, Reeves, Rezana, Quali, Rollo, Oko, Kitsune, Hulkenberg, Rojas, Main, and Lowell all failing to finish. So we have 2 chase rounds down and 2 to go. Only 4 races remain here in what has been an absolutely amazing season. But until next time, this has been Ash Jacobson. We'll see you for the next race, I believe, at Blue Ridge, and the opening of the round of 8.